Welcome to this Mastery Empowerment course from New Earth One Network. This is designed exclusively for your higher self connection and embodiment. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. Get ready to unlock the power of your aura for more success and abundance. How does this work? We're going to find out today with my next guest, Dr. Sandra Shur, who is an aura field consultant. Hello, Dr. Sandra. Hello.
Hi, Lauren. It's great to be here.
So this is a fascinating topic because we may be familiar with auras. But how does your aura affect your abundance, your success? How does it affect your life? Can you share what's going on here?
Totally. Well, our aura really is an extension of our energy. Our energy field is who we are. Our energy field is the non-three-dimensional part of our body. Like our physical body is here in the third dimension, but our energy field extends out, for most people, about 3 feet out around them. And that is actually that is our being. It's not just, this thing that we can touch. That's who we are. So whatever is in our energy field, however our energy field is vibrating, whatever that matches, we will draw into our life. It's like a tuning fork. So the resonance of our energy field, you could say the resonance of our aura, is what creates what we experience in our life. It's basically our subconscious mind. Our conscious mind is only 5% of our consciousness, but 95% of our consciousness is the subconscious mind. And when I look at someone's energy field, I can see all those thoughts, feelings that they're not aware of consciously that are creating this field around them that is determining what they're pulling in and manifesting in their life. It's really the quality of our energy is what's manifesting. It's not really even our thoughts or our actions. It's the energy behind our thoughts, our actions, our words, is what's creating things in our life, what's manifesting things in our life.
Wow. So it begins, with the thoughts. This is why it's so important to really watch our thoughts, because they're actually becoming a part of us. And this doesn't even mention the thoughts that aren't even ours, so that we can take on other people's stuff too.
Yes.
But you're talking mostly about the subconscious that's coming out in the energy field.
Yes.
So tell us about yourself. How did you come into this ability to read a human aura?
Well, I started my career as a chiropractor, and I really wanted to understand what was going on with my clients, because I never really believed, like, when someone had back pain that just showed up out of nowhere, that it was just their body. I always believed that there was an emotional component, and I really wanted to help them clear that and not just kind of be Tylenol just to get their physical pain. I wanted to help them heal at the source, at the root of what was really causing their body to go out of whack. So I actually took some training with a woman who was a clairvoyant, who taught me how to kind of pick up psychic impressions around people. And so when clients would come in, I would get images. At first, I would see images around their bodies. And that would give me information about what was going on with them subconsciously. So it was kind of odd in the beginning because it's actually kind of, I didn't have the intention to see pictures really. I just wanted to understand that the information came from the training in a very dramatic way. So anyway, so I started using that skill to help my clients get a hold of their subconscious limiting beliefs and clear them I used tapping to clear the limiting beliefs from the energy field, from the subconscious mind. And that was fine, except reading colors, reading pictures is a little abstract. It's kind of like interpreting a dream. And it was a little bit challenging at times. One day, all of a sudden, a client came in, and instead of seeing pictures around this person's body, I just saw colors. I saw these blobs of color. And I was really surprised because I didn't kind of asked, I didn't have an intention to see the aura so much that, but it just happened. And the information about what the colors meant just came to me intuitively. And the client said, well, that's what's going on with it. I mean, it was very accurate. And it was very kind of cut and dried. It wasn't like, well, there's this and this picture of this guy on a surfboard. I mean, so I realized finally that I was actually seeing the person's aura. When I was seeing pictures, it was working through my own challenge. I really was afraid I was crazy. It was very challenging. So when the colors showed up, it was very clear to me that I was seeing the aura. And it made it very easy for me to explain to people what was going on with them in a very much more grounded way that was very clear. The colors are very specific types of information related usually to programming and experiences that people have had, and it shows up in different parts of their body. So it was a great relief when I started seeing the colors. And then from there on, I just worked and developed that method with my clients.
Beautiful. We're going to talk more about the colors of the aura and what they represent. I just want to say that I find it fascinating. You're doing chiropractic work, healing work. In a way, it is energy work. And energy works actually is this great conduit or doorway for your abilities to come more online. And it appears that your guides gave you these abilities to see at first, but that was a challenge for you. So then it seems as if they shifted and started giving you the colors. Have you contemplated that?
Yes. I realized it was like I was being given a way of channeling information, and I really did get the sense it was coming from guides. Yeah, because it was like, who's showing me this? It really was like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Your higher self, guides. Well, just thank you for listening, and thank you for developing and enhancing that gift. All right, so here's what's interesting is that this aura, our auric field, is a way that we can level up our energy system, and we can attract more success and financial abundance and prosperity and peace in our lives too. So let's really talk about the colors or how the auric field works.
Yes. So the aura is, like I said, it's an extension of who we are. It's the extension of our energy. So it works in that whatever we're radiating out in our aura we will attract. So if we're holding a belief subconsciously around something, around success, around relationships, and we're holding that in our field, other people are picking up on that energy. So for instance, a really common one is what I see a lot in my clients is dark green in the heart chakra. Dark green in the heart chakra is one, someone believes they're not good enough, or they're not worthy of love, and they're not deserving. And when we hold that in our field, other people can pick up on that. So what I do is help that person clear that out, so that belief is no longer running them, and they can extend and they can radiate their energy out in a confident, clear, and confident way, in a way where they really radiate that healthy self-love that attracts the people who will most support them.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay. So, you mentioned the tapping to release us from the subconscious beliefs. And why do you find that the tapping works? Can you explain that for those who may have heard about it, but they don't quite understand it?
Well, tapping is based on acupuncture, and acupuncture affects the nervous system and the physical body and the emotions. So how tapping works is it rebalances the energy system, which includes our emotional body. So if we have a limiting belief, it actually is causing kind of almost like a short circuit in our emotional body, because we're actually believing a lie. We're actually believing something that isn't true. And our soul knows that. So it's like an inner conflict. It's like a disconnect. But when we get in touch with that limiting belief, when we become aware we're holding this limiting belief, if we tap while we are aware that it's a limiting belief, that it's a fear, that it's a doubt, that it's a disconnect, like this isn't even true, why am I believing it? Because really a lot of limiting beliefs are like, you have to be this or else, or you have to believe this or else something bad was. So there's this emotional charge about not believing it. So when we say, when we hold the new belief, the new positive belief, we will actually, this is what I see with my clients all the time, that'll be like, oh, wow, I don't know, can I have that? That's so big. And we'll have them tap on that new statement, like, I'm worthy of unconditional love, success, and prosperity. I manifest unconditional love and prosperity. And tap that through the energy field, through the points, so that it becomes resonant in their field. That new belief is part of who they are. It's not a disconnect anymore. It's in harmony with who they are. It's radiating out in their field because that's who they are. And when we radiate that belief out, when that's who we are, that's what we attract. Because we're like
Yes.
that tuning fork, right?
Yes, I love that analogy, like the tuning fork. And boy, there's so much that we can use tapping for today. I mean, whenever we have, um, if we look out outside at the world and we see something that disturbs us, there's so much going on that can disturb us, whether it's harm to marine animals or the environment, or should we even say politics or any of that. So
Yes.
when we do the tapping, you're actually doing it to remove the limiting belief. How do you become aware of that limiting belief? I mean, that's part of what your work is, because you said that we don't, it's subconscious, so we might not
Yeah,
even know it. This is
yeah,
where working with a facilitator will help.
yes, that's exactly what I do. Well, all my work really is about bringing limiting beliefs into people's awareness so they can be released. And when I look at someone's aura, it really is a map of their subconscious mind. And I can see all the limiting beliefs they're holding in that moment in the aura. It will show up as dark, limiting beliefs show up as dark patches in the aura. And they're dark because it's not that person's energy. It's actually blocking their light. You know, when we talk about shining your light, it's actually true. This is not just a metaphor. It's actually true. When our soul is 100%, when we're 100% aligned with our soul on an emotional level, we are shining our light. When we get hit by a limiting belief, well, all of a sudden we'll get triggered emotionally, and a limiting belief gets us upset, our aura will get darker, because that limiting belief is blocking our energy consciousness from radiating out there in that, you know, harmonic way. We'll say, oh, and then we become, you know, there's a disconnect. It's hard for us to manifest when we're in a limiting belief. But when we clear that, our energy changes and we become resonant with that new reality, that new positive reality, whatever it is we want to success. We want to create the success, the relationship, the love, whatever it is, the abundance. When we're in that place harmonically, when we're resonating with that harmonically, we just draw it to us because it's just part of who we are.
We draw it to us, and I know so many are like, wow, I'm ready to draw it to me. And this is on such an individual basis. So let's talk a little bit about some of the types of limiting beliefs, because, oh my gosh, there's a myriad of them. It's everything that tells us what we are, and they come from experiences, you know? So for example, there's so many things from where someone was told no as a child for not having the little shoes that they wanted, maybe the minorest, the most smallest things create these big limiting beliefs. And your job is to unravel all of that.
Yes.
So
Yes. And it's really actually very easy to do when you can see the, when I look at the aura, because the limiting beliefs are so obvious. I mean, it just shows up. It's really like, it's almost like reading a map of the person's subconscious mind. It becomes so obvious. People get on, they go, wow, it's like you're in my head.
And I know people, they would love to see you reading someone right now. They would say, okay, so what is that like? But it's not so easy. Can you describe what goes in when you read people? Because I don't know if you can sit and read anything about me right now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, do you want me to tell you what I'm seeing? I mean, it's just, I do see a color in your aura. Do you want me to talk about it and then we can explore it? I mean, it's up
Yes,
to you.
let's go and give that example then. Thank you.
Okay, sure, of course. So what I'm seeing is you have some energy in your heart chakra. And it's going to sound weird, but it's black, but black is not bad. Okay, just black. I just want to make it clear. Black is the color that has to do with letting go. So when you have black in your heart chakra, you're in a transition with your relationships where usually what's going on is you're in the process of releasing patterns and relationships that no longer serve you. And you want to open up to this new way of being in relationship, this new way of connecting to people in a way that's more in alignment with your soul and more fulfilling, more mutually supportive. And you're starting to become aware of that. And you want to move more in that direction. It's like you've realized this. Is this making sense to you?
Yes, it makes absolute sense. And it feels like there's a higher order. There's a higher order that's due. And I mean, it's some sense, it's like, am I grieving something? Am I grieving? I mean, it feels like there's some grief where it could be a grief of that old world that we have moved out of. And yes, and this year has been a year of great change and, shifts and change, but also how do we transcend the polarity and keep the focus on the common thread? And that common thread is love.
I just was going to say, I see pink in your sixth chakra, which is your intention is love and manifesting unconditional love. And you're on the path of unconditional love and bringing that to the world. Just before you said that, I said, pink.
And so if this, okay, very cool. That's very, very cool. Thank you so much. And so, yeah, um, I guess if we can all empower others to be in this heart centered, this space of consideration, compassion, maybe at
Yes.
times we just move away from the overused new age word of unconditional love and start getting back to some basics: respect, cooperation, integrity, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. 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 It's almost like, and this is, I work with women a lot. Um, those are the main, most of my clients are women. And this is one of the big things that I see in women's auras is the programming that we've gotten as women, where we need to be unconditionally loving towards everyone. Not that that's a bad thing, but women tend to go overboard and not know how to be in their power. And I really believe we're coming into a time where women really need to be in their power. And I'm really, this is my mission, is supporting women in releasing all those limiting beliefs around being able to be in their power, be leaders, and be respected as leaders, and bring that power of relationship and love that I really think women really have a special gift more than men. I think because we're wired, maybe because we're mothers and we're programmed to be mothers, that we are more well versed in relationships, so we're able to create harmonious relationships more easily than men. I mean, call me sexist, but you know what I'm saying. So that is a big thing that I see with women, is helping them release that programming so they can step into their power as leaders and inspire other women and to step into their power. There's a lot of programming that women get around power that is just limiting beliefs, not true. If you're a leader, you're the B word, you know, and it seems like we've overcome that as a society, but it's been in the culture for so long that a lot of women still need to work to overcome it. But what's beautiful is when it's released from a woman's aura, what I find with clients all the time is all of a sudden they find themselves speaking up for themselves, and it just comes out of their mouth. They start stepping into their power, and it feels very natural and very automatic. And they start to feel like they're just more of who they're just being more of who they are. They're shining their light, and they feel more like themselves because they've been freed.
Yeah, fascinating. Well, it's not, it's our whole world needs a remembrance of who we truly are and how great we are, because this limiting programming is not just for females, but we know it's for our males, and we're even doing it for our children's and the next generations. So, as you witness your clients clearing these beliefs, do you want to share any examples of stories that have stood out in your mind of like, wow, that was really cool?
Well, I can give an example of something that I think is common, which is kind of what I was referring to. The programming I was talking about with women, I believe men get a different type of programming. I believe women get programming that inhibits their power. Men get programming that inhibits their relationships, because men are programmed to be comfortable being powerful and asserting themselves. Women are not. Women are comfortable creating harmony and being in relationship and making everybody feel good. Anyway, so one of my clients was she was a real estate broker, and she found herself running around, really overworked. She was very popular and had a lot of clients, very busy business. But she had trouble setting boundaries with clients, and clients would call her and want something immediately, and she didn't know how to juggle this. So she found herself just running ragged and being exhausted. And she was going to quit her job. It got so bad she didn't know how to handle all the demands, and she was starting to get burned out. So when I looked at her, and she came to me because this is one of her issues. She wanted a busy business, but she didn't want to be burned out. So when I looked at her energy field, one of the main things that stood out was she had this blob of dark blue in her heart chakra. And I said to her, dark blue is authority energy that we've picked up either from a parent or a teacher or a mentor that taught us we have to be a certain way to be loved. And this is the right way to be a lovable person. This is how you are a lovable person. You have to be this certain way, right? Well, it turned out her mother was like her. She was a giver, was exhausted. And she had picked up her mother's programming. And this, again, I think is female cultural programming, where women are on this treadmill taking care of everybody. And God forbid we should say no, God forbid, we're not making everybody happy immediately. And she had really picked up that from her mother. She said, oh my God, that immediately is. And she almost started crying because she really could see it in her. And it was like she couldn't stop it. It was wired into her nervous system. It was automatic behavior. So we cleared this out. I mean, this was over a series of sessions, but this is basically the basic theme was this energy. We cleared this out. And then the next time I talked to her, she was saying, I told my boss I could, he sent me some more stuff to do. And I said, immediately came out, I can't do this. I've got all this stuff. I would never. And she started to see how she could ask for what she wants. She could set boundaries. She could take care of herself. She could have healthy self-care. She could take time to go to the gym, instead of running around doing all taking care of all these demands for some of her too demanding clients, since she really brought herself into balance. And her business started doing better because she was radiating that empowered, calmer, clearer energy. And people wanted to match that. And we want to match someone's energy. Somebody radiating energy that we like, we want to match it. Like, yeah, I like that person's energy.
Yes. All right.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
there's two things here. Let's talk about the different colors and what they could represent. And then the follow-up question to that would be, how do we level up this energy? Can we work with our auric field and increase it, to just radiate what we want? Yes. All right.
Yes. Well, all the colors, their meaning, I can give you the general meaning, but where it is in the body gives it another layer of meaning. But I'll just tell you what the colors mean. And if you want me to explain where it means in a certain part of the body, I can tell you that. Okay, but
Yeah, fascinating.
all
Yeah.
right.
Uh-huh.
So the first color, I'll just start with the chakras because those are the colors that I see. And then there's black and white and brown. But red is the color of the first chakra. So when I see red in a person's aura, it means it's something really urgent that their soul absolutely needs for them to honor and to move towards. It's like, red light warnings. It's just like, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. If it's dark red, that's the energy blocked. The energy is blocked. So it's like the person's life force is literally in conflict with itself because the soul on one level is saying, this is really important. But the programming, what's making it dark, is programming or a limiting belief that's saying, you can't do that. That's not okay. You'll be abandoned. So for example, to make it more concrete, I'll just give an example of it. Like if someone has dark red, someone has bright red in the sixth chakra. The sixth chakra is seeing what it is that you want and holding in mind what it is that you want. If you have bright red there, you're like, I am super focused. This is what I want. I'm on my path. I'm super intentional. And you're super intentional, you're super focused. You know that whatever this thing is, it's super important. You're going to put it top of your list and you're on it. But if the person has dark red there, they have a limiting belief that's saying, you can't focus on that. That's not okay. It's not even okay for you to have that goal. You know, like for instance, if someone had a critical parent, oh, you'll never amount to anything, God forbid, there's a lot of people who got that message, they will have dark red in the sixth chakra when they go for a big goal. So that's a big one. So we want to clear that out so they have permission to be super focused, to be super intentional about manifesting that goal and feel totally okay emotionally about doing that. When somebody has dark red, they go for a big goal, they'll feel totally overwhelmed or afraid, or I can't do that, you know? So when we clear it out and it's bright, they're like, yeah, this is what I want. I am going for it. Nobody's gonna stop me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so would we hold like a red, would we hold a color in our third eye chakra if we wanted to be urgent about that and bring it about?
Oh, that's interesting. You know, I've never thought about doing that. To
Try to manipulate
think
our
about it. I
energy.
actually, for what I do with my clients is I use the tapping. I mean, you can
Clear it.
mentally do that, but I honestly don't know how powerful it would be because,
Tapping.
yeah. But I mean, anytime we are intentional about anything, I think it helps us. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And with the higher chakras, mindset kinds of tools are more effective if it's a block in one of these upper chakras. If it's the lower chakra, you really have to clear it on the body level. If it's a first chakra block, second chakra block, third chakra block, that's body stuff. That's stuff that's been hardwired in on the body level, where you need to do some kind of, I don't know that much about Reiki, but Reiki might work on that level. I know tapping does. Even body work, some kind of body work, to yoga, to clear out those deeper blocks that are really in the body. And you can't just totally do that with your mind. You have to get it.
You
You
have
have to
to
shift
get
the
it.
nervous system. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. If the colors are bright, then
Mhm.
that's good. But if the
Yes.
colors are dark, then there's a blockage there, and we've got
Yeah.
to get to the bottom of it.
Except for black. Black is in its category its own because that's about transition, but that's true for all the other colors. All the
Transition.
other,
So black is about transition,
yeah. When
moving
I
out of the
see
old.
it, it's transition. Yeah, because I'm seeing the emotional body. The
Okay.
emotional body black is transition, letting go of something. It actually is in the physical level too, but it can be actually be cancer. The person can be actually transitioning to the next dimension. But when I see black, it's emotionally letting go of an issue. Mhm.
Oh,
Yes.
emotionally letting go of an issue.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Transitioning in a certain area of their life, a certain type of behavior or thought
Yes.
pattern. Yes.
Okay.
Right. So one of the colors that I see that's really common and probably one of the most challenging colors too in the aura that I see is brown. Brown is it's a color that has to do with a pattern that the person is really comfortable in. It's actually brown is actually the blocked third chakra energy, because when it's brown, it's actually yellow, but the light is being blocked, so it looks brown. So when someone has brown, their ego is comfortable at this certain way of being. You know, we talk about our comfort zone. We get what's familiar is comfortable. Our ego identity becomes identified with a certain way of being. It becomes comfortable. And it actually is frightening to move out of that comfort zone, even if it's good for us. That shows up, that kind of pattern shows up as brown in the energy fields. In the energy field. So for instance, if someone has brown, again, actually, let me give the heart chakra, because this is a really good example. If someone has brown in the heart chakra, they can be used to having a certain kind of relationship that may not even be supported. And it's almost like they're comfortable with having a certain level of self-love, but their soul wants them to have a bigger level, a healthier level of self-love, expanded level of self-love. But their ego is actually in conflict with that, because it's familiar, it's comfortable with having less. So whenever there's brown, the person really needs to be made aware of, and we need to clear this with the tap. We need to clear this at the level of the emotional body, that it's safe for them to have more, that they won't feel bad about themselves, or they won't be unsafe having more, being, changing this. Change is safe, change is good. When a person has a brown, change is threatening to mainly, to their ego identities, like, oh my God, I can't do that. That's not okay. I won't be okay. Or they'll be too uncomfortable. The thing about brown is the person knows that it would be good for them. The change they know consciously that it would be good for them, but they can't bring themselves to do it, because their ego, either they're afraid they're going to fail and they're going to look like a fool. It's an ego thing. It's really interesting. It's not like the dark red where they're actually really, really afraid. It's more like a pride thing. It's very interesting.
You learn this from your own experience with clients, where you would say, I see this color and I'm sensing this, and their confirmation would help you determine what was going on, right?
Yes. Like I just worked with a client just the other day who had a very abusive childhood. And one of the colors that came up was this brown in her heart chakra. Because it really is, she's very uncomfortable receiving compliments, or asking for what she wants, taking care of herself. It feels very uncomfortable, even though she knows she really needs to do it. She knows she needs to do it. And she's also like, she's afraid other people won't like her if she does it. So it's almost like part of her ego has identified with being, the victim of other people's bad behavior or something like that. It's almost like she's more comfortable with that than with asserting herself and loving herself and having more healthy self-care, because it's been with her so long. Do you know what I mean? That for her to open up to this new level of self-love is uncomfortable. And so I worked with her to clear that, so that she could open up and not have it be uncomfortable, because it was almost like, it sounds odd, but we've heard about women who are in abusive relationships who keep attracting abuse. That's brown in the heart chakra. It makes no sense, but that's what's familiar and comfortable for them. Do you know what I'm saying? So we have to really work at that, expanding that. And when it turns yellow, which is when we clear the blockages, when we clear that, it's not okay for me to have all the love that my soul really wants from me. The heart chakra turns yellow, and they become an inspiration for other people, they become a model of healthy self-love. They are able to assert themselves. They're able to inspire people because they have that really healthy, respectful self-love. So they respect themselves and they inspire other people because they really radiate that healthy self-love. I'm worthy, I'm deserving, and I want to share my gifts with the world so other people can benefit. That's yellow in the heart chakra. Yes.
Yeah, all right, fascinating. And so we're really rewiring our energy systems, and we can elevate ourselves and up level our energy systems with tapping, and you've got a system that helps people do this.
Yes.
And there's a course, but let's talk a little bit about what this is all about, because it is what we've been talking about. But this is where we put the power back in our hands so that we can radiate what we want to attract.
Yes. So in the course, we come together as it's a group program, and I use a tool that I've developed to help people identify their limiting beliefs, and it's the Aura deck. The Aura deck is based on my work with the energy fields, and each card is a portal to a certain quality of energy. So in the course, we use the Aura deck to reveal what limiting beliefs are blocking us as a group, and we clear them. So each person in the group has the opportunity to select one of the Aura cards. It's like an oracle. And that card is a portal to a certain quality of energy. Let's say bright red in the Sixth Chakra, like we mentioned. And so there's an affirmation that validates that quality of energy. And so what we do is we tap to bring ourselves into alignment with that quality of energy. So here's red in this. This is the card that we use in the Aura deck and in the course. And the affirmation is, my inspiring vision keeps me focused on my goal, and I am manifesting it. So when someone selects that card, we say, okay, well, what is the goal that you're wanting to manifest? And we customize that statement so they're totally in alignment. So that statement brings them into alignment with whatever it is they're wanting to manifest it. So for example, my inspiring vision keeps me focused on my goal of unlimited prosperity, and I am manifesting it. So that's a big statement. Unlimited prosperity, that will bring up all the limiting beliefs in that person's subconscious mind. Unlimited prosperity, oh my God. So what we do is we tap on that statement and bring that as a truth into that person's energy system and release any counter intentions around that. And so they become more in alignment with that belief or that truth. My inspiring vision keeps me focused on my goal of unlimited prosperity, and I am manifesting it. So the more a person is in alignment with that goal emotionally, the easier it is for them to take actions that create that in their life, because on a subconscious level, they totally believe that that's true. They are manifesting that unlimited prosperity. And it's like, oh, let me do this. Because the subconscious is 95% of our consciousness. That's what's creating our field. That's what's pulling everything into our life. That's what's creating our life experience. Yeah.
Wow. All right, that's really great. I love how you have taken this using your divinity deck, your aura deck, oracle cards, and actually doing it on a group level, because that works. That card that you drew works for everybody in the group, and it's the beliefs are different for everybody.
Yes.
So can we do a little experiment here and have you pull a card,
Sure.
and then we can all work with it?
I love that. Yes. I'm pulling one right now. Let's see, what is this? Okay, so this is orange in the fifth chakra. So that would be orange here in the throat. And the statement is, my passion energizes me and guides my words and actions to manifest my soul's desires. My passion energizes me and guides my words and actions to manifest my soul's desires. So what we want to do is we want to customize that statement. Do you have any way you would like to customize that statement, Lauren?
Oh, goodness. I think I already really believe that in my life.
Oh, wonderful. Is there anything in particular that you want to manifest?
Yes, but I don't know if I want to like say that on this show.
Okay.
I mean, just, I mean, we all, yes, okay, all right, yeah, okay. Oh, wow, you just helped me. All right, so, I'm kind of a private person, so I didn't really want to spill my beans, but I just got something there and I just found a limiting belief.
Oh,
I
wonderful.
just found it. And so when I applied that phrase, my passion energizes me, and I said, well, I already believe it. But then I saw areas in what I want to manifest where I'm really holding back.
Yeah.
I just got it. All right.
So you were holding back, you realized you were
I
holding
was.
back a little bit?
Yes. Yes. I see the disconnect.
Cool. So what we would do while you were so if you were in our group, we were doing this like we would do in the group, I'd have you think about, you'd be holding in mind being totally energized around, what was it, reaching out to people, right? Is that what it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Being totally energized around that.
Yes.
And tap on, my passion energizes me and guides my words and action to manifest my soul's desire of reaching my soul tribe, or whatever how you would put that. And you just tap, my passion energizes me, guides my words and actions to manifest my soul's desires and reach and connect with my soul tribe, or whatever that is. So when you tap, you clear all that hesitancy, all that doubt, all that resistance, because it really sounds like you're hitting up against some resistance, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and we were talking about change this year and everything, and I've been resistant to it. So that card actually encompasses this whole conversation. It's really interesting. No, it really is interesting. I love it. Okay. How long do you have to tap? And what are those tapping areas?
Yeah. So do you want me to go through? Do you want to go through this the sequence for this?
Yes, let's
Okay.
do it. Everyone can join
Great.
us as well.
So how I like to start, so we'll start by tapping on the karate chop point, which is right, if you're going to do a karate chop, right, like where your hand would hit the board, that's where we're tapping. So just go ahead and tap there. So what I like to do, how I do this is I start with the negative, because that's really what is going on, is that you're afraid that you can't do that. Hold on. So listen, even though I have this fear, I'm going to tap on here, even though I have this fear that I can't have my passion energize me, okay, and guide my words and actions.
And guide my words and actions.
To manifest my soul desire of reaching my worldwide soul tribe. Does that fit?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, she's hitting it.
Reaching my worldwide soul tribe. I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Are you feeling it? Yeah, we're just getting started. Okay, so now we're going to tap on the eyebrow. Okay, and I'm going to hold the card up maybe so everybody can see. Can you read this, or is this backwards?
No, that's good.
Okay, great. So I'll hold it up so you can read it. Okay, and we're just going to say, this fear that I can't have my passion energize me.
This fear that I can't have my passion energize me.
And guide my words and actions.
And guide my words and actions.
To manifest my soul's desire.
To manifest my soul's desire.
Of connecting with my worldwide soul tribe.
Of connecting with my worldwide soul tribe.
Great. Perfect. All right. Now we're tapping on the side of the eye. Here we go. This fear that I can't have my passion energize me
This fear that I can't have my passion energize me
and guide my words and actions
and guide my words and actions
to manifest my soul's desire
to manifest my soul's desire
of connecting with my worldwide soul tribe.
of connecting with my worldwide soul tribe.
Great. Okay, so now we're going to switch to the positive. Okay. I can have my soul energize me
I can have my soul energize me
and guide my words and actions
and guide my words and actions
to manifest my soul's desire
to manifest my soul's desire
of connecting with my worldwide soul tribe.
of connecting with my worldwide soul tribe.
Excellent. Okay, so now we're tapping under the nose. Here we go. I can have my passion energize me
I can have my passion energize me
and guide my words and actions
and guide my words and actions
to manifest my soul's desire
to manifest my soul's desire
of connecting with and reaching my worldwide soul tribe.
of connecting with and reaching my worldwide soul tribe.
Yeah. All right. Now we're gonna say it as a statement. My passion energizes me
My passion energizes me
and guides my words and actions
and guides my words and actions
to manifest my soul's desire
to manifest my soul's desire
of connecting with and reaching my worldwide soul tribe.
of connecting with and reaching my worldwide soul tribe.
Very good. All right. And we're tapping on the collarbone right here. I'm gonna so you can see me. Okay. My passion energizes me
My passion energizes me
and guides my words and actions
and guides my words and actions
to manifest my soul's desire
to manifest my soul's desire
of connecting with and reaching my worldwide soul tribe.
of connecting with and reaching my worldwide soul tribe.
Excellent. Okay, so now we're tapping under the arms. I'm going to hold my card here. Okay. I can, let's do the other side. I can, my passion energizes me
My passion energizes me
and guides my words and actions
and guides my words and actions
to manifest my soul's desire
to manifest my soul's desire
of connecting with and reaching my worldwide soul tribe.
of connecting with and reaching my worldwide soul tribe.
Excellent. All right, so now we're tapping, this is the last point on the top of the head. Here we go. Let's go up here. I can have my passion energize me
I can
Oops.
have my passion energize me
and guide my words and actions
and guide my words and actions
to manifest my soul's desire
to manifest my soul's desire
of with and reaching my worldwide soul tribe.
with reaching and connecting with my worldwide soul tribe.
Yes.
Wow. All right. Well, we are back together, everyone, after losing Zoom. Zoom totally got jacked up. And it was a big energy clearing, even in Zoom. This kind of brings up how our machines, our electronics, are part of our auric field as well. And when we upgrade, they need to be upgraded as well. Isn't that amazing? Well, I feel really fresh on this, and I truly hope that everyone is feeling a release there because there was something of a release. And what I find fascinating, Sandra, is that, again, I wasn't aware of it, but I was wondering where there was resistance and how fortuitous that that card popped up right there for all of us. We all benefited from it, but each in our own unique way.
Yes.
And I just love how you've taken the oracle deck and have been able to do it on a group level like this, on a group level where everyone can benefit from it. That's
Yes.
powerful. And that's like having a personal session with you
Mhm.
And that's what we call it a course, but tell us more about the details of it, because is it live with you? Are we coming together with you?
It's live. It's live. And I limit each group to 10 participants or less. So everyone gets a chance to to select their own card. Even though the cards are really universal affirmations and they apply to everybody, it really feels special when you get to pick your own card. And I also want to have it small so people know it's intimate and they get all the support that I need. Because what I find in these groups is how I support people in the group is I help them customize their statement so it really gets at where they're blocked, because a lot of times we can't really see our own blocks.
Yeah.
But when people talk to me about what their goals are, I can see sometimes where they're missing the boat a little bit and help them reword the statement so it really brings them into alignment with what they're wanting to manifest. Yeah.
Yes. Beautiful, powerful. All right. Well, we're going to have to do a couple of sessions with you and get people registered, because I know this is a really great way for folks to get that one on one with you in a group setting, because they do get to get their own card. But guess what? All the other 9 cards are going to help them as well.
Yes.
Um, and I love that this includes the Aura deck. You include
Mhm.
the Aura deck, so people who
Mhm.
purchase this will get an Aura deck that they can work on in their own life. But you're really teaching a very valuable tool that helps us do this on our own.
Yes, yes. Yeah, you can use the deck on your own. It's really fun to use it in the group. I got to tell you, people love the group because you have community. You see what other cards other people are picking and how it's related to their goal. And it's just really fun. It's a great, great sense of community and fun. And what I found is people tell me that the group energy is very powerful in clearing their own, because they hear what other people are saying about their own limiting beliefs and then they start seeing, oh, I have that too. So it's really fun to do it as a group. But the deck, you can also do it on your own in between sessions. The sessions are spaced out. I space them out so there's 2 weeks in between sessions. So there's one session every 2 weeks. People have time in between if they want to use their own deck and continue to clear themselves on their own. They can use the deck and do that too. Yes.
Okay, beautiful. So we'll just describe a little bit about what's in here. These are 6 bi-weekly live 2-hour group Zoom meetings. You're
Mhm.
going to get email support, and there's a private Facebook group. Again, to stay in that group energy and share your experiences. That really is helpful for everyone. And then the bonuses, like we mentioned, you get the Aura deck, but you've also got a recording of a 4-hour workshop. Tell us about that.
Well, the workshop is actually live. It's a live
Oh,
workshop.
it's a live workshop.
It's a live workshop where I select people from the audience. So depending on how big the group is, I'll probably end up pulling people's names out of a hat. And whoever would like to have their aura read, I will read their aura. And the thing is, it's similar to the cards. When I read someone's aura, I'm talking about universal limiting beliefs that we're all holding. So even though not be reading your aura, when I'm reading the person's aura that I'm reading, it will bring up in whoever's watching their own ideas about what happened, what's resonating with them in terms of their limiting beliefs about this particular situation in their life. So it's powerful. It's also a little bit like a reality show. My husband calls it part reality show, part energy.
Yeah.
Because people are talking about their lives and we're kind of like, you know, being a little bit of a voyeur. So that's why I have people just volunteer if they want to have their energy read in front of the group, because it is deep work. It is
Yeah.
deep.
Yes, I mean,
Yeah.
I was witness to that. I was kind of shy to disclose it, but there's a way to do it where we can bring up the belief without getting too much into the details or too much into the story. So I
Yes.
think that's perfect.
Yes.
And all right, so this is beautiful. It's really great. Again, you get those 6 biweekly Zoom calls. You get this 4-hour live online workshop where you could be one of the classmates in to get your aura read. You get the aura deck, but then also for the first 10 signups, you
Mhm.
are including a one-on-one color aura reading and a
Yes.
clearing session. So that's beautiful. Thank you. If you want to talk a bit about what goes on in that session.
Yes. So with the one-on-one session, what we do is we have you focus on we have the person focus on whatever it is you're wanting to clear in your life, whatever the big issue is that's blocking you or that you feel like you're being blocked or whatever your goal is. And when I have you think about whatever the goal is you're wanting to manifest, and then we look at the field and see where the energy is blocked, what the limiting beliefs are around manifesting that. And by looking at the field and talking about the colors, I explain exactly what limiting beliefs are holding your energy back. And then we do the tapping to clear it. And I usually look at the aura and clear the aura. We usually do the reading and clearing at least 3 times because there's these layers of limiting beliefs and programs. And it usually takes, that's why the session is 75 minutes long, because it usually takes that long to clear out everything that's in the way of you manifesting that, because there's usually a lot of stuff going on below the surface. And it's very deep work. And at the end of the session, this is kind of the universal comment I get. It's like, oh my God, I'm in a completely different place. I can't believe you saw all that. Because there's a lot of times, we have a goal and we're clueless about what's really holding us back in manifesting that, because the limiting beliefs are so subconscious. But when they're brought to the surface and they're cleared, it makes a huge difference. It's like the light bulb goes on. You see the path forward. You get new ideas about how to approach the goal or approach whatever you're manifesting. You can see, oh my God, I was thinking that's totally wrong. I really should be thinking this. And it really it's a hugely transformative session. Very transformative.
What a wonderful program and a package in this course that you have available for our audience. We are excited about it because it's a great offering, a really wonderful tool that will really bring us clarity in our lives and help us manifest that, removing our blocks. And actually, it's going to open us up to such a beautiful new way of being that we can really manifest this new earth that we're here to do. So thank
Yes.
you for that. Again, there's a special offer button right here on this webpage. So we invite everyone to check it out and get signed up because, wow, the cost of one personal session, it's like that's free with the purchase of this program. What a
Yeah.
gift. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you for empowering the beings to step into their greatness. This is how we bring new earth, right?
This is my life's mission, really, is to empower people to shine their light. I mean, this is really my life's mission, is to reach all the people who need this work, really. That's why I've made it so inexpensive, because I just really want to be accessible to as many people as possible. Yes.
Well, get ready for some incredible work, everyone. This is limiting all the BS, all that BS that keeps us from our true nature and for magnetizing that which we want to create. So, thank you so much, Dr. Sandra Shur, for this
Oh,
beautiful conversation. Thank you
thank you,
so much.
Lauren.